Hey guys, so welcome to DBC Inc. Live. We are so excited to join you tonight. It'll be Dave and I hosting the show, so you're in for a treat.
Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Right now, make sure you jump over there, throw your name over into the comments. Let us know where you are. And I think maybe we even have a special winner tonight, don't we, Tara?
We do. So it worked out so beautifully that we are able to give away another set of book study books. So be the one, and we just can't wait to pick another winner tonight. So one of you is going to win a book study set for your staff of Be the One by Ryan Sheehy. We have an order of them. And so we are excited to be able to get that in the hands of the teachers before they even like right at the onset of school. Cause I mean, we all need to be the one for kids this year for sure. And every year.
Hey, David, thanks for joining us. Yeah, so go ahead and throw your name over there. So wait, are you trying to tell me that you don't just win one book tonight, but you could win a book for your entire, like a whole book study?
Yes.
Oh
So Kristen was our winner last week. We are going to choose another winner this week. And she had, you just tell us how many will be in your book study and we will ship you the books. I mean, there is a limit, but it's a big limit. So let us know who is going to be in your book study and we'll supply the books so you guys can have an awesome book study. The greatest thing about this book too, it's one of our mini books that is on our website. I'll show you in just a minute when Dave's talking. We have a lot of books that have a free book study with them. That means they have questions that are already prepared for the person who facilitates the book study. And so this is one of them. And so as you guys, if it's just a group of, friends that are getting together to do the book study, that's fine too. You have questions you can go through. There's even game cards. You could play a game if you wanted to, cut them out and, interact in that way, drink some wine, chat, whatever you do at book studies. So yeah, it'll be so awesome. Question, are these donatable if you know a campus that would absolutely, or of course, you're here and you know a group of teachers that want to do the book study. David, yes. I'm assuming that maybe you're not at that campus, but you want to be able to donate. Yes, you may do that. That is wonderful.
Carly, thanks for joining us. Yesenia, thanks for joining us. We have Sean in here now joining us. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And yeah, we're excited to give away this set of books. It's an awesome book. Ryan did a great job on it. It's been very popular in our line. And so we just happen to have some that we are ready to send out to a staff. So that's going to be great.
We like to give them to the people that are going to use them. That's for sure.
Absolutely, 100%. And so, Tara, what do we got on the agenda this week? Lots of people are back to school.
Yeah, for sure. So I thought we could talk a little bit about one, we have that free course in DBC University. We should pull that up in a minute. While you're talking, I'll go ahead and pull some of these things up so people can see. But it's a free course, and I'll drop the link over in the comment section of like 8 ideas for starting the year out. We made it last year. It's evergreen, so it works wonderfully this year. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is put your email address and add a password, and then you have access to it. And each one of those videos is 5 minutes or less, except for Dave, because he's the only one that is allowed to go over because he's our boss. But everyone else is a very short video. His will be so entertaining, so you just get double the entertainment of an activity that you can do in the classroom to build relationships to start the year off right. So that'll be one thing. And then I think Dave and I are going to share some ideas too here, and we're hoping you guys could share some. And then we just have like some random things we'd love to share with you that we have that's come out new that you may or may not know of. But in the meantime, I'm going to let Dave take over and talk for a bit. I'm going to pull up that free course and drop the link over in the comments section, as well as our DBC University catalog, because if you're ever looking for courses, we are working on a free mindful one, adding mindfulness into the classroom. I'm going to talk about that tonight, actually. And we are going to work on a free one for that as well. So keep an eye out for DBCU to grab some cool ideas for free. And then We also want to share with you, like I said, the book study page. That's a really good one because you might already have some books that you can do a book study with your peeps. And I know that those book studies actually count as professional development hours sometimes. So check into that as well. So Dave, go ahead and take over.
Yeah, for sure. Melanie, thanks for joining us from Missouri. I appreciate that. And yeah, so this free course that Tara's going to pull up and show you, we put it out last year, but like my contribution to that course was I did kind of more of an in-depth look at my Play-Doh, my day one Play-Doh lesson. And so how to open the year with Play-Doh. And I know that some of you have already started your year. You're already well past the first day. Some of you are not. I know, for example, on the East Coast, there's a lot of after Labor Day starts, but it's not something that the ideas can be used not just at the first day of the school year, not just the first week. You can use them at any time. It's kind of culture building ideas for your classroom. And so I kind of do a deep dive on the Play-Doh lesson. And Tara makes fun of me because I could never said anything in 5 minutes or less. And so my course is more than 5 minutes, or my video inside that course is more than 5 minutes, but hopefully it's not too hard to listen to. I think it's 10 minutes or something like
It's
that.
amazing.
What's that?
It's amazing. Like you're in for a treat that you get to hear him for 11 minutes instead of only 5. So
she must be feeling insecure at her job right now because she's buttering me up. I don't know. So I don't know. But you're going to absolutely love the course. And so it's not just me though. Tara's in there. We have lots of other people in there who have contributed ideas. Who else do we have on there, Tara?
I was going to pull up the actual course. So that is where you sign up. And I did drop that link over in the comment section so you can see it there. And that's where you will just put your name. Sorry, I'm going to answer your question, Dave, but you'll just put your email and then just the district or company that you work at. You just have to put something there. You can put anything, honestly. And then I'm going to pull up the roster while you're chatting just a little bit more.
Yeah. So, but it's this will give you a chance to pop in there. And while you're on the page, of course, we would love for you to look around. We have a brand new course there, which we'll show you in a little bit, from Don Harris, which is fantastic. But this course right here, you can get completely for free. And so it's pretty exciting. And when you see who's in here, of course, they're all DBC Inc. authors. And so you're going to be like, wait a second, if you haven't explored the fact that there's a free course in there, hopefully you're going to be excited to see videos from all of these different DBC Inc. book authors. It's pretty cool. And so Tara's in there, I know.
Yes. So here are all the people. Can you see this, Dave?
Why don't you read them off? It's kind of small.
Okay, yeah, I'll read it off. So we have Dave Burgess at first, and then we have the intro, of course. And then we have Katie Powell, who does some boredom busters, some busting back to school boredom and frustration busters. I'll be doing real you snaps and exit snaps in there. Don Harris did On a Roll. That's a really good one too. I love this one by Lori Elliott. It's Choose or Lose. And she also did a Pixton comic builder. Keep It Simple with Adam Peterson. That's also a very good one. Find Someone Who Back to School with Pam Seda and Kendall Brown. And then we have Andrew Sharos doing Making the Connection. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that's a good lineup. And again, that's completely free. Just drop your email address in there and it's yours. And so hopefully you'll take a look at it. If you haven't seen it yet, let us know what you think. We're super excited to offer it to you. And like Tara said, we have some other free stuff coming soon. And maybe, Tara, let's talk about, I'm pretty pumped up about this new course from Don Harris.
Yeah, let me pull that one up too. We can kind of give them a sneak peek. I mean, why not, right?
Yeah. So we just did a webinar with Dawn, and she knocked it out of the box. Was fantastic. She's always fantastic. She's the author of Plan Like a Pirate, by the way, which is a great book. And what's more important than creating a culture of belonging in your classroom all year long? Not just an icebreaker or something like that, but really creating that culture of belonging all year long. And so she designed an entire course on it. All these courses, by the way, of course, you're going to get PD hours for. And that's something I know a lot of districts require. And so you'll be able to get it through the DBC University course. And she's just amazing. She comes across so well on video, and it has all sorts of resources and links to other stuff. And you're just going to absolutely love her course.
Yes, for sure. So I'm going to jump over. I don't know if it's sharing the right screen. I think
Cultivating a
Leslie.
culture of belonging all year
Yeah,
long. Love it.
for
Okay.
sure. Let me grab that for you. And then the greatest thing about this course is there are so many resources. Like it is unbelievable how many resources, free ones. Well, I mean, once you're in the course, you know, that you can download. I know you have to pay for the course, but honestly, what you're getting so much bang for your buck. And each one of these modules, for example, like say we click on this one. Can you see when does it click over? Good, it does.
Yep.
So it has the video here, and then down below, you see all these downloadable resources right here. There's 5 different things. So first of all, you get this workbook that helps you work through all the things, but then you get the Welcome Week presentation. This is a presentation you can literally use in your classroom for the Welcome Week. Attendance questions, our class as a family, the belonging poems. Like every single one of these is a downloadable or a resource that's like on Google Slides that you can take and tweak and make it your own. Every single one of these modules has at least 4 to 5 of those in there. So it is like just jam packed for not only ways to create a culture of belonging as far as making everyone feel like they belong. Well, now of course, making everyone feel like they belong there, but also helping us and in all the ways to like deepen our levels of empathy and to make help every voice to be heard, no matter who is in the room. And Dawn just has just this wonderful way of helping us to fully dive into the diverse learning experiences with her anti-racism work. And it is embedded in all of these activities. And she just did a jam up job. You guys are in for a treat. And honestly, this course should be worth way more than $59 for sure. So you definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, so I'm so excited for them to check this out. Thank you, by the way, for all. I see more people have jumped in here. So Karen's jumped in, Monica's jumped in. We really appreciate you joining us. Melissa's jumped in as well. So we really appreciate all of you popping in here and listening to us chat about all this kind of stuff. And Tara, I know maybe you were going to share something that you like about the first week of school and all that. And I also know, I don't know if it's something you want to chat about or if it's tied into it, but you also, if you haven't read Tara's blog post, she just put out a blog post recently that's fantastic. And so make sure you go check out Tara's blog post. It just went up this week, I believe, and it's about the power of thoughts. And it's got some really cool stuff in there.
For sure. Yeah. So someone asked about, I think it was Karen asked about the course and how much it is. So I'm going to drop that link over in the comment section too. You can find all of these things right here, all the different courses that we offer. We also have a mini course, and every month we're adding new ones. So definitely check these out. And if you also have like a professional development coordinator that's interested in possibly ordering this unlimited access to these courses for your district, you can we have district memberships, which is amazing, and they're decent prices depending on how many teachers. We also have like groups of teacher memberships. So if you are interested in that at all, it talks a little bit about that on our website right here in the black. But do contact me via email. It's right here, tara@daveburgessconsulting.com, to get a quote, because you can have unlimited access to any of the activities and the courses that we put into DBC University. So do check that out. Okay, so I'm going to go on and share a little bit about what I like to do hey, Dawn, we were just talking about you and your course. We just shared a little sneak peek. And so, yeah, awesome to see you, girl. So I get your books faster than I could read them. Hey, I feel ya. I get our books faster than I can read them too. So what I like to do at the beginning of the year, there's a couple of them. One of my favorite things to do at the beginning of the year is reel you snaps. You guys know that I'm passionate about book snaps. And for the longest, I think that's all I was known for, is the book snaps girl. But one of the things I like to do is taking a Google slideshow. And if you just open it and you go to insert image, take a picture, camera, insert image, camera, and you're going to take a picture. You allow your students to take a selfie, and that selfie, it's kind of like the All About Me poster that a lot of kids do at the beginning of the year, but you would have each of the students be in one slideshow. So the worst part is that you have one slideshow and you have everybody trying to jump on a slide. But once everybody finds a slide, it's pretty nice. So they all find a slide. They go to insert image, camera. They're going to take a picture. And when they take a picture, that's their face. That's what's going on in the middle. And then you go to insert image, search the web, and they can type in things that they're interested in. So basically what they're doing is creating a snap of the real them. That's why they're called Real You snaps. Well, everyone gets 5 minutes to create their snap, share a little bit about things that are interested to them. So for me, I would type in CrossFit, or I would type in reading. I would type in and my puppies, but putting images all around. And the cool thing is when it's over, when the 5 minutes is over, the 6 minutes is over, the worst part is trying to find pictures of all the things you like. Then I will scroll it as a slideshow at the onset of class and allow everyone to see a little bit about each other. And I've done this as a staff. I've done this as a classroom teacher. Either way, it works. And what I love about it is people get to know each other without even talking to each other yet. They kind of get an idea of like, whoa, they have similar interests to me, or they're interested in something way different, but I'm curious about it. Like I want to know more about riding motorcycles because I don't own one. And so it just kind of gets the conversation started. Also, the beautiful thing about it is it's the introductory steps to book snaps. So later when I introduce book snaps, they will have been familiar with insert image and how to pull these images from the web, how to put a snap into the slide of their book cover. So it's kind of intro steps in a way that they actually enjoy. And if you teach middle school and you have lots of different classes coming in, you can take all your slideshows and link them together and then have them scrolling at the onset of the class and all the classes, just as people are coming in and getting their bell work done, have this slideshow just scrolling across the front, and kids can get to know a little bit about other students that are maybe not in their class. So it's another way just to kind of build relationships in a subtle way that allows you to share your interest on the very first day of school. So
yeah, I love that, Tara. Thanks so much for sharing that. That's awesome. And I love the fact that you mentioned that it could be done with students, but it could also be done with staff. And a lot of these ideas that we share in the course, in the free course as well, you could do them with adults just as easily as you can do them with kids, and they're going to be equally effective. And so, that's the same with Dawn's course. Actually, I think there's a lot in Dawn's course which applies to adults as well. It's not just something for students, but it's about creating a culture of belonging amongst your staff as well, even. And so there's just so many ideas that can be used across the way. By the way, I'm going to commit to this now just because I need to get it done. And I've been trying to get it done for a while, but I haven't done it. If you go to the Dave Burgess Show podcast coming up this weekend, I'm going to be putting out a new episode on one of the things that I have teachers do to start a school year is create a 5-word Teach Like a Pirate GPS. And so I've talked about that on the Facebook Live before. I've done a blog on it before. I've done a video on it before, but I'm going to do it on the podcast. So it's going to be a standalone episode with me talking about how to create a 5-word Teach Like a Pirate GPS for your school year. And that is something also that you can do for yourself, for your class. You can do it as admin. You can do it. I'm talking about how you can use it as a business. I'm going to talk about how you can use it in a relationship, all sorts of different ways for the 5-word GPS. And so look for the latest episode of the Dave Burgess Show podcast coming out this coming weekend. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll subscribe. I think there's maybe like 17 episodes up there now. I'm kind of a little slow to get new episodes out. I'm trying to get better at that. But I'm sure that you're going to see some cool stuff in those 17 episodes. Lots of great guests on there. including an episode with my son Finn, which is one of actually the most listened to episode on the entire podcast is the one with my son Finn. And so you want to check that one out. And then, there's so many other people up there that from Lainey Rao to there's a fantastic one with Stacey Roshan. George Kuros is up there. Amber Mortley. There's Kim Bearden, Principal L. There's just so many cool episodes up there. Marcel Rarucha is up there. It's like fantastic. So check out the Dave Bird Show podcast. I promise you that no more episodes are coming. I'm so slow, but I have 3 new episodes coming in just the next couple of weeks. So get on there and subscribe.
Well, you're a busy guy, so I don't know that you're so slow. He's just like literally all over the country and never in a place where he could probably record. So,
I'm going to tell you something about that, Tara. So I have been a human ping pong ball for about a month now. I have 1 more week of human ping pong ball action, but what I did was I packed my podcast microphone, which is kind of this big heavy thing. And it's like, awkward to I wrapped it to protect it. And I packed it into my suitcase, and that podcast microphone has traveled all over the country, with me from state to state to state, long drives, airplane flights, all that kind of stuff. And it's never come out of the suitcase. So I can't have the excuse that I don't have my stuff with me, because I've brought it all over the nation with me, but I just haven't brought it out. That's kind of like people that maybe they take their running shoes everywhere, but they never go running. I have been good about that. I have been getting out for my runs. So of course I have to get out for my runs because DBC is going to Teach Better in the middle of October. And the day after the Teach Better conference, we are running the Columbus Half Marathon. That's right. I'm going to be running the half marathon. Tara's going to run the half marathon. Wendy, who works with us, is going to run the half marathon. And we have some authors that are going to run it too, and some other PLN members. And so even though I'm on the road all the time, I got to get those runs in because, man, 13.1 miles, that's a long way.
Yes. Yeah. So funny because we're getting off topic. This happens every time Dave and I get on here. But if you want to come run with us, if you're going to Teach Better, you should just stay an extra day and run with us. So Sean, if you're going to be there,
I think there is a 5K too.
I was like, skip the 5K, just do the half. I mean, what's it matter? Like once you start running, you're just going to keep running.
Sean, don't necessarily listen to Tara like that. When someone who like Tara, who works out 14 times a week, tells you what's the difference, 5K, half marathon, man,
people make a big deal out of it. I'm almost near 6 miles already. No, just kidding. I'm almost half of the half.
For the rest of us, 13.1 sounds like a really long way, but yeah.
It seems long, but somebody was asking me the other day, are you loving running? I'm like, that's a big, strong word, but I would definitely not say loving, but I don't feel like it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. And I think it's because I'm doing the Galloway method where you run a certain amount of minutes, like a ratio, and you walk a minute. So for me right now, I'm doing 4 minutes and 1 minute, and the max I've done is 5 minutes and 1 minute. And I feel like I could do that for a really long time. As long as I get good stretching at the onset, good stretching at the end, and my body isn't hurting. The only thing I need right now is some thicker socks because my feet feel like they're rubbing a lot with these longer mile treks. But honestly, y'all, you should just get out there and do it. I thought it was going to be the worst thing ever. And at first I dreaded it every single day, but it's getting a lot better. And I find it's very it's a different kind of workout. Like when I go to CrossFit, I feel like a baddie, I feel like I can take on the world, but when I run, it's a little different. I feel reflective and I'm thinking about stuff and I'm noticing patterns in the clouds. it's a little peaceful. But yeah, you should check it out. You should do it with us.
Well, that's why I tell people running for me is about maybe 50% fitness, 50% mental health. And so I like to get out there and decompress and be with my thoughts and alone and all that kind of stuff like that. So Yeah, for sure. And Sean, I'm with you. Sean says he's a 5K guy, not so sure the half marathons in his game plan. Wasn't in my game plan either. Trust me, buddy.
Mine either.
So 5Ks, 10Ks, that's my speed, but I got talked into this 13.1 thing, and we'll see how it goes. I also plan probably to do intervals, by the way. I'm not sure what exactly my interval will be, but I do plan to run it in some intervals. And so
I found when a lady at my CrossFit said that she ran a half marathon. She's run several, but the last one she ran, she said she ran the whole time, and she was so disappointed because the interval runner walkers behind her were like literally steps behind her at the finish line. She was like, "What? How is that even possible?"
Well, I just talked to someone the other day, and this is a very common occurrence, by the way. I talked to someone the other day who's done it both ways. And they ran the entire 13.1 the first time. The second time they did intervals, and they had their PR on their interval. The one that they ran and did the run walk, they actually had their PR as opposed to the time that they ran. And so, yeah, sometimes
I'm not even trying to run the whole thing. I'm just like training this way, and I'm just going to keep going. It seemed to be working all right. Well, you should join us, Mel. I see you over here. Haven't popped in ages. We're glad that you're here. I like hiking too. I've tried to play tennis a lot of times, and I don't know. I am typically a very coordinated athlete. Like that is just hand-eye coordination goes really well for me. That game, I am terrible. And I can't figure it out.
That's how I feel about golf. Like, pretty good sports, but golf, man, that's a whole
different ball game. That's
tennis. I'm okay. Tennis I can play, but golf is a different world entirely. Oh, you bike to work? That's fantastic. That's awesome.
That is
Cycling is something I haven't really got into that much, especially like outdoors. I went through a little Peloton phase, but I'm out of my Peloton phase at the moment. But I think that cycling would be something that would be good for me to add to. Ooh. But anyway, Teach Better, that's coming. If you're not signed up for Teach Better, it's in Ohio. I think it's the 14th and 15th of October. And we'll be there with a table of books supporting our authors that are speaking there. It's a great conference. Back in 2019, we were at the first Teach Better conference. I was one of the keynote. Adam Welcome was the first day keynote. I was the second day keynote. And a bunch of us went and were there. And then, of course, it's been shut down for a couple of years because of COVID. And now it's popping back up in October. And so maybe we'll see some of you at the Teach Better conference, which would be fantastic.
Yeah, I was going to try to find that link for Teach Better conference. And I think we have a code too.
Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday. And I think it's the 14th and 15th of October because the half is on the 16th. The last day that I run in 2022 is October 16th because I'll probably not make it through my 13.1 and ever be able to run again. So that's it. That's the end of the road for me. They'll just find me on the side of the road somewhere in Columbus and just drag me away.
That is not true. Don't listen to him.
Or maybe they won't even drag me away. Maybe they'll just throw a sheet over me.
That's not true. If anybody has trouble, it's going to be me. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited about trying something new. I mean, I wasn't excited at first, but I kind of am now. So we do have a code. It's DBCTB 2022. It'll get you 15% off, I think. So put it over here. Here's our code. We should check it out. And I think that'll get you 8% off. I'm just going to say it'll get you 8% off. So when you sign up for Teach Better, put this code in. It's going to get you something off. And I'm not 100% sure it's 15%, but I think it is, or 10, or maybe 5. I'm not sure. But it's something good. And so
it's like a surprise discount.
It's a surprise discount. Check it out. All of us will be there. There's several of us, like us. Dawn is in the house. She'll be there. Who else is going to be there? Do not talk about giving up on mental health goals, Tara. She will whip you right into shape. That's right. I'm going to take care of him. Don't you worry about that.
Tisha Richmond's speaking there.
Who else is going to be there?
I know Tisha's speaking there.
Is Kevin Butler going to be there?
I feel like he's going to be there.
I think so.
I think there's 7 or 8 of the authors.
Allison Absey
will be there. Yeah. Oh, so that's another thing. You know how we always go off topic on these Facebook Lives, Tara? I'm going to go off topic right now.
Do it.
Rumor has it that we are like a week away from the release of Allison Absey's new book, which
Oh, yes.
I have word from her, even, by the way, that this is her best one. And so we're pretty excited to announce the release of Allison's book next week. I'll keep it a little bit under the table, exactly what it is and all that, but it's going to be incredible. And it's very, very timely for what teachers are going through right now. And so if things are kind of tough for you out there right now, which we know they are, this has been a tough couple of years. And we're coming out with a book from Allison that's just going to be really addressing that. And we think it's going to be spectacular.
She is awesome. And this book is great because I feel like it's a great balance of like inspiration with strategies. Like, you know, sometimes I love, and I think even with Be Real, I think it did an okay with the inspiration part and then some strategies, but even now I would go back and I would put even more strategies. Just I feel like the strategies are like the inspiration's great, but then when you have the strategies you can apply right away, that is what is so meaningful for us, you know, in any nonfiction book. And this book does 2 thumbs up job of that. So you definitely want to check it out. Yeah, we can't tell the title.
Go ahead. You can tell it.
Leading the whole teacher. So it's just so great about, we always talk about leading the whole student, you know, teaching the whole student, but it's very important that we take care of our teachers. And it's not just for leaders, it's for teachers. Like it's how to lead your whole self. You're like, and keep yourself healthy. Like Dawn was talking about, and don't talk about giving up on health goals. Don't talk about giving up on health goals to Tara. Don't talk about giving up on yourself either. Like, and that's what I love about this book. It gives you great strategies for getting back to feeling like yourself and also being able to do the work that you were called to do. And so I feel like you will love it.
Yeah. So we don't have an official date on that, but we're approximately a week away or so from the release of that. So we're pretty excited.
For sure. Yeah, I
think we hit it.
Yeah, I think. Did you want to share any other things?
I don't think so. So first of all, thank you again for spending some of your Thursday with us. We really appreciate it. We know we've kind of been all over the place tonight. And so we hope that you will check out Dawn Harris's new course, which is fantastic on cultivating a culture of belonging all year long. If you have not checked out the free course, please jump in there and get the free course from DBC University. We have more courses that are coming online soon that we're pretty excited about too. And so if you have not explored our university before, check it out. I see a Nick from Winnipeg has joined us in the Facebook Live. And by the way, speaking of her, there's a good possibility, hopefully, that she'll be running with us as well in Columbus after the Teach Better conference. And so it's fun and fantastic. Yeah, so we really appreciate you joining us. And we hope that your school year is off to a fantastic start. If it's already rolling, and if it hasn't started rolling yet, we hope that it's going to start wonderfully. I know some haven't started because I'm on the road next week with kickoff events in New York, for example. And so I know a lot of the New York schools haven't started yet because I'm going to be there next week.
Yeah, so keep that in mind, and hopefully we'll see you in person soon when you use Teach Better. Don't forget to use our code. If anybody uses it and you find out what the discount is, drop that in the comments. That would be helpful for anybody else. I know I should know it, but I just don't. And I'm so grateful that they gave it to us. So I just want to share it with all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. I was talking about running earlier, so you'll have to watch it on the playback. It wasn't miserable. It hasn't been miserable for the last 4 days. So I'm getting there.
I'm getting out there tonight.
I wouldn't say I'm a runner, but I'm saying I'm getting there. Wait, yes, we have a code. We have a code for Teach Better. You can get a % off. It's a mystery %, but it's DBCTB 2022. Do check that out. And thanks everyone for joining us. we are so excited to join you for Thursday Night Live. Next week, we'll have someone else. Remember, one of you over in the comment section is going to win a book study set of Be the One for Kids by Ryan Sheehy. So we will contact you. I will ask you to send me the amount of people in your book study, and we will let you know if we can accommodate them. I mean, it's a massive school. That might be kind of crazy, but reasonable amounts. We are hoping to be able to ship those out to you and let you have a book study. And on our website, I'm going to drop that link over in the comment section. That's where you can find the book study materials. So I'm going to drop that right now. I said I would do it earlier. We've dropped all kinds of links over here.
And Nick is right, by the way, says that you are a runner. We've talked about this before. If you there's no special qualifications to be a runner. If you a runner is someone who runs, and you run. You're a runner. It's like a.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I'm a runner.
And by the way, don't be like, if you're not a runner, that's fine. Tara, we were just talking the other day about maybe the greatest exercise in the world is walking. I do it all the time. And so I run, but I love to walk, and I know you walk, especially with Honey now. You're out on walks every day. To open your door, go on a walk, and if you're doing that consistently, you will be surprised at the fitness gains that you get for that. And so, doesn't have to be some crazy thing that you're doing. Open the door, go for a walk.
For sure. Honey loves her walks every day. All the time. Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us. It's always so fun to connect and hear from you. Hope you have a great rest of your week. We're almost to Friday. It's almost over, and then we get the weekend. So have a wonderful weekend. If you have any questions about anything we shared on here, because it was a lot, drop them over in the comment section, tag me or Dave, and we'll make sure that we answer those questions. And yes, I love.
Hey, we have another cyclist. Awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah.
Yes,
biking is wonderful exercise, and then like low impact and all that kind of stuff. And so
good for your body.
It's awesome.
So good. Have a great night, everyone. We appreciate you.
Bye, everybody.